Okay, so when you're using liquid latex, you can just put this on thicker, manipulate it while it's on, and use the latex itself. And use either fake skin, brow wax, nose putty, mortician's wax, anything like that. And use these to build up the effect, and then just go over it with a coat or two of liquid latex to seal it in, to make it stay on a little bit longer. You probably would want to do like a layer of spirit gum first before applying these, but that's going to be up to you. And then just a quick tip that comes in handy with both of these that I've mentioned in another video before. When you manipulate these too much, they start to melt. The heat and the friction makes them melt, and they get really sticky. So if you do a layer of like petroleum jelly on your fingers, this is going to help the product slip, and then it won't melt as easily, so you can manipulate it without it becoming a big sticky mess. So actually use some form of like tissue or toilet paper or anything like that. You could use paper towel, toilet paper, a napkin, tissue. Anything that is single ply seems to work a little bit better, and then you don't want things that have a pattern. Like this paper towel, you can see there's a pattern. That will show up in the latex, so you don't want that. Same with this toilet paper, you don't want that. This right here is actually just a napkin, but you can see there's no pattern, so this would actually work the best. You can buy double ply toilet paper, and then what you could do is just take it and then just peel the layers apart, and then you have more bang for your buck. You can get toilet paper fairly cheap, especially single ply. So yeah, but the way I'm going to show you in the video is with using a tissue. So I have my latex in a dish already, and I like to use a glass dish. I've mentioned this before in my prosthetic video. So whatever's left, peel it out. It's no problem. It's easy to clean up. When you're applying the latex, again, you either want to use a sponge brush, a cheap art brush that you can just throw away when you're done because the latex will ruin it, or even like disposable lip brushes. This brush was like $2 at the craft store, so I'm going to use it. I'm not worried about it getting ruined. So you want to lay your hand kind of flat. If you make a fist, as soon as you open your hand, everything's going to wrinkle up and look kind of gross. And if you have your hand too flat, when you go to move your hand and make a fist, it's going to pull everything very tight. So I kind of just rest it lightly. Then I'm going to go in and do a layer of liquid latex. Then once you have that on, go in with your tissue and then apply that on top of the latex. And then go over it with another coat of liquid latex. Once it dries, go ahead and add another layer. This one is my third layer that I'm adding. And same thing, just put the tissue on and then do a coat of liquid latex. Then once you have all the layers of the latex on, I just did about 5. You're going to want to split it open. I just use my tweezers, that way I'm not using anything that's going to like stab me to death. And then you just want to peel open and get like a nice hole started. And once you have that, you can go in and tear it up, rip it open, and do whatever you want to it to make any kind of open wound. Then you can either leave it as is, or you can go in and add even more latex and tissue and build it up even more if you want. But I'm just going to paint this one and have some fun with it. So I just went in and painted this very quickly, and you can see from like my quick 5-minute painting job like what it looks like. I just added some detail inside of there with black and white, and then went over it with this stuff right here, which is actually just coagulated blood gel from Mayron. It's thicker and it's gross. So yeah, so you can see that's very, very easy to do, and actually making a